Hey,
Wow.
welcome back to the episode for Business Stories Podcast. I like to have some time to enjoy talking to friends on the podcast, and I also like to divert from just business talk and sometimes bring on some friends, bring on some artists, musicians. And today, my guest on this impromptu episode is Mr. Joshua Oakrest, Josh Rock from Chicago, Illinois. He's a musician, he's an
Wow.
artist, he's been around a while, and
Now to
he
get really technical about where I'm from,
Yeah,
Ryan, I'm
okay.
actually
Yeah.
technically from Glenview, Illinois.
Glenview. Okay. But that's a
It's a
suburb.
suburb of good old Chicago, Illinois,
Right.
USA.
All right. So, Josh, we've known each other a while, and you have been doing a lot in the years we've known each other, but I
I
don't
think I
really
should
know
know you
about
since 2009 or 2007. 2007, sir. That's my
as
first
almost
inclination
like
of Vegas.
almost 20 years. Yeah. So, uh,
19 years. It's about time we jammed again. How come I haven't seen you in about 20 years?
I know I need to go to Chicago.
I
What,
want to
go
go
to
to
a
Buffalo,
Hawks game.
meet you there. I want to go to a Buffalo Sabres game where the Red Wings are in town
Yeah.
playing freaking with Patrick Kane himself. I mean, you and me are going to be in the first row on that one.
Yeah. Or a Knights game in Vegas because I'm a Knights fan. So,
Yeah, yeah, I'm a Knights fan too because I lived there, of course. My mother got me a Vegas Knights hat that I wear all the time when I go to the
saw that.
casinos over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw me live on the Facebook.
So tell everybody, Josh, about your background in music from when you were a kid. You grew up in it and you've done a lot and you've met a lot of people. So tell us
Well,
a
the
little bit
coolest
about
thing
that.
that ever happened to me is that it was Evelyn Okrist's grandson. She passed on when she was 93. She was born in 1912. She was only in the choir for about 90 years. That's not really that long if you think about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, we had a piano at home. I think it was an old Washburn one. Of the keys were a little chipped because they were ivory keys, and I had Kenny Vasili for the starting line. When he spent the night when he was like 16, him and his band, the starting line, of course, he played the piano for my grandmother, and you can go on YouTube and check out an interview I have with him. If you get really, really bored and you really want a good laugh, you go to the Almighty Josh Rock on YouTube, and then this guy comes up. I got named that by Jeff Warren of Knockout, but we don't really like to mention both bands in the same sentence as they are rivals and don't like each other at all.
Hmm.
Except for everyone loves Demar and Steve Janitas and TJ Minnick of Spitalfield now,
Hmm.
formerly of the Machine Elves. But anyways, we don't really got to get into the Jeff talk. Everyone is well documented. He's in jail. He sold some drugs. Blah blah blah. We're gonna talk about other things. Moving
Yeah.
along, I just want to say hi to Jeff Warren's mother, Mary Ellen Warren. She's out there. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. And his sister, actually Miss Illinois 2006, Catherine Warren. I think that's with a K or
She
a
was what?
C.
Miss what?
Miss Illinois 2006.
Oh, Miss Illinois 2006. Wow.
Yeah, the Warrens, they really like riding horses and stuff. They're from Lake Forest, and
Yeah.
Jeff's mom and daddy, they got a place, I think, in West Palm Beach still.
Yeah.
First time I ever saw a Porsche 911 was in his garage in Lake Forest. I was allowed to, my father convinced my grandmother to kind of kick me out for a few days. So I went to good old Lake Forest. Mr. T lives out there. He did actually drive through on my street when I was a little kid, but that's another story for a second later. I'm getting off on tangentiality here
Yeah.
as I always
You're going
do.
off on a tangent. We want to talk about you more.
I know, but I'm just giving you a little background here of
Yeah.
some important artists that I still promote. I still do manage the estate of Knockout.
Yeah.
Demar's hanging it out with the plain white tees and Hey There Delilahing that up all night. And I actually did run into Delilah's cousin at Cooper Hawk the other day. This was really wild. Her and all her entourage and everything. She was a very kind lady, so I can only imagine that Delilah is a very kind person at heart too. So
Yeah.
anyways, I just ask the people, hey, what's going on? And they tell me sometimes. I'm basically like a newscaster. And I'm going to give you your weather real quick out here in Chicago, real quick. I'm going to stick my, hold on, real quick. I'm not
Let's
where
get
I'm
the
going to
weather
break, but
report in Chicago,
Cumberland and
right?
Lawrence, it looks all clear. It's about in the 50s or 60s. The Blackhawks are playing tonight.
Wow.
We got good old Jonathan Taines back in town from Winnipeg. And of course, he was our captain, Ryan. I hope you know who Jonathan Taze is, or else
I
I'm
know
going to
who
give you
that
that
is, and you
homework.
know what?
Okay, okay.
It's also
Good
Halloween Eve.
boy.
It's October 30th right now.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, tomorrow's actually my birthday. So I'm
Oh, my
probably
Lord. That's
laying
right. You're
low
a
tonight.
Halloween guy.
Yeah, I'm a Halloween, so I don't know
Wow.
what. At my age, I think I just want to like sleep, you know? That's all I want to do. So it's
Now, if
boring.
I was Ryan Arkrisi, I mean, and I'm not, I'm sure you probably get a little bored of being yourself and doing the same old things.
I do.
But I would be going to the Punk Rock Museum, which I've never been there. And hopefully, the first time I do get to visit this monstrosity of a museum that Mr. Fat Mike, I believe, your buddy,
Yes.
isn't that your buddy, Fat Mike?
I've been there a few times. We met him. We've talked. Great guy, great people that run that place. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
If you come out here, you need to go and visit and check it out.
I'd
They
really
have a
like
lot
to
of
see the
shows there
starting
too.
line exhibit.
I think there is one there. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you got Kenny's first base. I think that he actually played it at the Fireside Bowl with that.
yeah,
I was there at their first gig in Chicago, their second.
yeah.
I've seen 30 gigs of the starting line. Even in Indiana, I went and checked them out. That was with my friend Matt LaPella. I missed that guy. But actually, talking about missing people, really, really quick, I just want to find Ben Zastro from my TV show.
Hmm.
You're on the show. I have not talked with him about 20 years since 2008, 2009. He won a competition in Germany. He sold out the Metro actually at a Battle of the Bands. They won with him and Eric Edgecombe was rapping. He looks just like someone else I'm not going to mention because I don't give free shout outs to people I don't like.
Hmm.
And you probably can guess who I'm referring to, but we're not going to talk about the girls in that band, about the falling outs.
Hmm.
Anyways, nothing, no more about the Simpsons, but I did meet this guy named Stubby who didn't know so and so from high school and knew Trier.
Wow.
Well, we're not going to talk about this so and so because this is not about him because he's going to be in jail soon anyway. Piece of crap.
Hmm.
Anyways, and I got a lawsuit pending in Ben's Fall Out Boy. But anyways, I don't want to bore you with that talk. It's not
Yeah.
about them. It's
We
about
try to
me
keep.
tonight.
Yeah, it's about you and
Actually,
what you're
actually,
doing.
actually, tonight is actually all about the queers. It doesn't have anything to do with Josh Rock, sir. I'm just
Yeah,
going to be engaging in typical Josh Rock behavior in McHenry, Illinois,
yeah,
at a place called the Vixen, Vixen. Good old queers are in town. And it's
yeah,
funny because I don't even think the queers are queer. They tour with Green Day, Rancid, Alkaline Trio, Blink 182, the Transplants, I think.
yeah,
I think they've graced the stage with the starting line too. Never Knockout because I would have been there if they played with Knockout because I mean everyone knows I'm the world authority on Knockout as you probably have presumed before.
yeah.
And that's really when that we
So
can
you're
get out
going
that
to the, no,
subject, but
you're playing the with, aren't you playing with them? Like, you're
It's
opening or
it's
what?
it's really up to the queers and what they want to do tonight. If they want me on stage, or I'm just gonna be filming the gig and try to
Mhm.
get some merchandise, and I'm gonna be picking up some Hangout shirts
Yeah.
that you yourself actually did the logo for.
Well, I
Now
kind
you
of
did it
used
for this
AI.
run of shirts. You kind of took a little lead from Michael Nordstrom there, who's a Nickelodeon superstar animator for the
Yeah.
Teen Titans TV show. Thank you, Michael
Yeah.
Nordstrom, again. And he doesn't even care. Like I told him I was gonna like give him money from t-shirts. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude. I don't really care about that. I'm like, dude, at least $1. He's like, dude, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I met him in Harper College. He had a tail.
A tail?
He had a tail coming out of his pants. I'm like, who the hell is this kid? He's like,
Wait, like a real tail or like a tail he put on like a costume tail?
well, in my novel that I wrote that I haven't got published called The Hangout, well, it's gonna be on Kindle soon and it's on my computer hard drive. And Steve Zacharias from Revenge of the Nerds has it. He hasn't done anything with it for years. He just laughs at it and all nonstop. But anyways, we're working with him too, of course, and hopefully you're going to be interviewing this nerd who
Yeah.
invented the nerd race.
Yeah.
And he's
Well, I'm a
he's actually
nerd,
talking
so.
to he's actually talking to Joe Queer as we speak on the email. They're
Oh,
corresponding. He's the nerd and the queer. Who's not even queer? Joe King. His name is actually Joe King,
Joe
I think.
King. Yeah.
Joking. I'm not even joking. I'm
I
Joe
know. Joe
King.
King is the real name. Yeah.
Wow. Of course he came up with a different name as Joe Queer.
Yeah.
What a genius. This guy literally the Queers are the greatest punk rock band who ever existed.
They are great. And if people listening don't know who the Queers are, look them up because you
I
can
mean, they
imagine.
toured with Green Day. I think everyone in the world knows who the Queers are. Yummy, yummy punk rock girl.
Yeah.
Ursula finally got tits. And then I can't stop farting. I can't stop farting. That was like me in fifth grade. I used to fart and all the chicks were impressed. I'm not even gonna go into that, but
Yeah, that's the only time when a girl would be impressed with your farting
in
was in
fifth
fifth
grade, I
grade.
really
Yeah,
let
after
them
that,
rip a
it
few
doesn't
times.
happen anymore. Yeah.
Then in seventh grade, I lied. I did fart. I jumped out of the chair and I acted like I didn't do it and someone else did it. But Tony Battisti and JJ Chavez were there. And
Yeah.
I did let that one rip in Mr. Saluver's seventh grade history class. And then I told Tony Battisti a few days later, I'm like, I'm going to beat the living crap out of you when we get out of this class. And he's like, what? This kid was a basketball star, mind you, and a baseball star, and every star you could expect. And he was a
Yeah.
little cocky, little son of a bun, but
Yeah.
just he was so talented.
Yeah.
Anyways, I told him he was my idol. He's my idol. He's like, you got to get better heroes, Mister Josh. So this one's for Tony Battisti. Where the hell you are, Tony Battisti, you
Yeah.
little fucker.
Maybe
He's probably
maybe
hanging out with David Bennett.
yeah. I don't know who
This
that is.
kid, David Bennett, he was in my music class. He dated all the girls I wanted to date, and probably everyone else's girlfriend too.
Yeah.
He had a nice haircut. He had silk shirts. That's all I got to say about that. But those
That's
those
all
guys
you
are
needed back
those
then
guys
is a
are a
nice haircut
blast. I
and
think
silk
David Bennett
shirts.
got into massage therapy or something.
Yeah. Well, this
Long
has been
story
interesting. When
short,
I don't, you're kind of going all over. I don't quite
well,
know.
I sure am.
I want to
Now
promote you and your
redirect me,
talent.
Mr. Ryan.
I want you to
Redirect me,
promote you and
please.
your talent. I want you to talk about your music and what you've been doing so we can get people focused on you and focused on the music and stuff you've been doing with the Hangout. Because the Hangout's been a band for 20 years or so, right?
Let's see. My first song was on MySpace. MySpace. Sorry, I'm still
MySpace.
99% was covered from that stroke I had a year and a half ago.
Okay. I didn't know about that.
I
Wow.
still slumber on my words.
That's okay.
I am actually drinking only one Bud Light. I've had tiny, tiny, tiny bit of rhubarb wine in me, just like a little sippy cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I got some nice cannabis here. I think it's the XYZ joint. I
Mm-hmm.
got it because of the Z, because my child's name is Zeta.
Yeah.
Zaida. Zeta. Take it from a child, Zeta. That's my
Yeah.
new song, actually, Ryan, is you've actually heard a demo.
Oh
Got to
yeah.
write a song about my kid.
Of course.
Ooh, excuse me, I'm about to really let one loose on a belch here. Ooh, excuse me, Bruce. I always say excuse me, Bruce, because Bruce was my former Rottweiler. He was an orange red dog who passed on. He was the greatest dog who ever existed. Besides Lewis came to Louis Vuitton. Little Louis Vuitton now is oh, he's actually right here. He's being quiet.
Wow.
Good boy, Louis Vuitton. He's a Rottweiler. He's a black Rottweiler. My wife always wanted Bruce to come back as a black Rottweiler.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce's real name was Cleveland Brownpaw because she got him in Youngstown by Cleveland. He had some ticks on him and all this, and she had to get it out of his fur and burn him off. And anyways, he turned out to be an angel,
Yeah.
absolute godsend. This dog, he was a protector and a lover and a fighter for us. He didn't really have to fight; he just barked a little bit, and people were like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with that dude."
Yeah.
And the reason I call him Bruce, you didn't even ask that because his name is Cleveland. So because I started calling him Bruiser because in Colorado, me and my wife, who wasn't my wife at the time, well, but still my best friend, we invited this lady over, and she thought she knew everything about dogs. She tried to pet the dog, and he bit her a little bit, and she was like, "Yeah, no big deal, whatever." I'm like, "Okay, I guess that had to hurt." She took the one for the team. It was like just a little nibble,
Yeah.
and then I started calling him Bruiser,
Mm-hmm.
and so that became Bruce
Mm-hmm.
after my best friend in kindergarten.
Oh wow.
Wheaton. His name was Bruce. I saw him one time in the grocery store. I was like 5, 6, or 7. That was cool. I missed that dude.
Yeah. That was a long
But
time ago.
anyways, I know you want to talk about me and my stuff. I really prefer to talk about everyone else and see what's going on in their world. And I actually would like for you to actually start telling me what's going on in your world because I mean your world is a very, very fascinating place. I remember the last time I hung out with you, we were hanging
Yeah.
out with Silverstein almost hung out with Silverstein because they had their phone number. I hung out with them on Fall Out Boy's bus. I told them that I made out with the Stanley Cup, and they thought that was funny. And then I hung out with them in Dallas. My friend Dan Turner, I call it the Donger because of this movie, the 16 Candles. When the kids in the tree, they go the Donger. So I started
Yeah.
calling Dan Turner the Donger.
Yeah.
He's actually of a little bit of a Hispanic descent there, and I think his dad is a white Texan.
Uh-huh.
He went to Texas A, and then anyway, he got me a ticket for the Stars playing Edmonton Oilers at the time. I think Ethan Moreau was even playing for the Edmonton Oilers, which was really, really cool. I just got in a conversation the other day with Darren Pang about him, and a conversation I had with Pat Foley, the announcer from the Blackhawks, about Ethan Moreau. But anyways, I love my hockey, as you can tell. I absolutely the most passionate person about
Yeah,
hockey.
I love hockey too. I do. Yeah.
Wow. That's why we're good buddies.
Yeah. Something about it.
And
There's
plus,
something
and
about
plus, you
hockey.
know how to bring the rock. I think your new name is Ryan Rock. Ryan Arkrissy, Ryan Rock, Ryan Rock Reynolds.
Right.
I mean, we could throw in a little Burt Reynolds in there.
Yeah. I wish I
Who
had
was
that
it?
Burt Reynolds mustache. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's actually a name of a band. That's funny that you said that. I thought it was Burt Lancaster. No, it was Burt Reynolds,
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah. Remember the band
No,
Charles
Tom
Brown?
Selleck. No, it's Tom Selleck's mustache.
Tom Selleck's mustache. Yeah.
When I was on the radio with my wife in Gettysburg doing Hangout Radio, and I could only do Hangout Radio with her. It's like otherwise it's just me rambling on by myself, and like no one wants to hear any of that.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to hear a pretty voice in the background there
Right.
directing me, and of course she is the prettiest girl in the place of on the planet.
Yeah.
And then that song "Lips Like Morphine," the one of the greatest emo songs of all time, is actually about my wife. And every other song that Matt Devine of Kilhanna wrote. He was actually in his side project, Wrong Child. They have a song where he engages with the singer of My Chemical Romance, singing about her. And
Mm.
then on another song on the Kilhanna record, he's got the guitarist of Good Charlotte singing on it, not the singer, because they are twin brothers, but the twin brother doesn't take the role on this song. It's
Hmm.
actually the other twin brother who I think married the
Isn't it
Hillary
Joel?
Duff.
It's Joel and what's his brother's name? Joel and there's another. I forgot his name.
I know it's Joel Madden
Joel
and
Madden and is it? I don't know. I have to look it up.
wow, this is so rude of us. We forgot the other twin, and he's a singer on a song. Are you a twin?
No, I'm not a twin. You're my
That's
twin, Josh.
yeah, I'm not your twin flame. My wife actually does a podcast, The Twin Flame Experience and Beyond. She's got
Wow.
over 6,000 downloads on the internet. She's the most famous person on the internet talking about the twin flame
Well,
experience.
tell
So
people how to find her podcast. How do they find it?
they gotta if you're looking for it, you're in the wrong place anyway. You should be already out there looking into astrology and you would have already discovered it.
Yes, exactly.
Now, if you really want to look for it and you want to be in the right place at the right time, I will give out that information. I was being a little coy here because I don't want everyone like, you know, contacting my wife on the internet all at once. Because I mean, this is a lot of
Well, they're not
info.
going to contact her. They're just going to listen to the podcast, right?
Well, yeah, she does offer her email and
Oh,
some
okay.
services and stuff. She does give psychic readings. I'm not going to tell you how much she makes an hour because that's her business,
Yeah,
and my
that's
business
private.
is show business.
Ain't no business like show business with Josh
So,
Rock.
so right now I'm looking at Bar Louie across the street from Cumberland and Expressway 90.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why you're not at this Holiday Inn right now,
I
and
don't
we're
know.
not
I've
at
always wanted to go to a
Rivers.
Holiday Inn.
We're not at Rivers Casinos, the best casino in the entire planet. I got lost there for 2 or 3 hours the other day. It wasn't so serious because I came out with 125 and a nice meal.
Hmm.
But then anyway, I go there all the time. People are smoking joints in the smoke room and vaping now. You're allowed to do this in casinos, I think.
Wow.
And cigarettes. I walked out there the other day with 20 free cigarettes, non-smoked. And now I'm like, I tell people my wife likes Marlboro Lights. They just like, here you go. I'm like, well, can I give you at least $1? They're like, no, dude, take this for your wife.
Wow. Wow.
I'm like, you don't even
Well,
know who my wife is. And they're like, well, if she's your wife, I mean, she must be freaking cool as fuck.
so
Sorry to
I, I,
swear on your
no, it's okay. I
show.
do, I do have to, we have to kind of wrap this up because I do have to go
Good,
soon,
good, good.
but I wanted to let everybody know this is Josh Rock. He's a good friend of mine and he's got a band called The Hangout, which you can look up. He's got a
Great
song,
friend of yours.
he's got a great friend. He's got a song called Forever and Never. I could put the link to it here, but check it out. It's really good. Josh Rock. Josh, have a great time at the show tonight. Make sure you get
Well, wait a
video.
second. It's the hangout.bandcamp.com. Then
The
you can hear me
Hangout
sing like a woman.
the
I got
hangout.bandcamp.com. Go check out the band, listen to them, tell your
now
friends.
the reason for my high voice is I did get kicked in the nuts by the Plain White T's sound guy in Fort Lauderdale
Oh,
on April 7th, 2007. Then this guy called the police on me,
oh no.
and then I was in handcuffs crying like a baby. And then
That's
like
why.
I was gonna
Okay.
stop Hey the Delilah and sue the Plain White T's, but I'm like that was too cool of a gig. They did let me take you there to me, and then I was on the stage for him. I accidentally gave the bassist a beer with a cigarette butt in it. It
Oh,
wasn't my fault. He said, "Go find a beer and pour it in a cup." I did it on their encore, and after that happened, there was no more partying with the Plain White T's as late. But the next day, Damar Hamilton did call me, not cousin Larry Appleton, but Damar Hamilton himself. He was like, Josh, you were a little drunk last night. I'm like, well, yeah, of course I was, but I'm really sorry about the cigarette butt. And we made up in Boca Raton and Vegas a few times. I'm sorry that you weren't at that gig with us. I would have taken you. I took your good friend Eric Bosie instead.
Oh, yes.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. Eric Bosie. God bless Eric Bosie and his tattoos and his old house in Vegas. He's got some kids now. He finally procreated a few times over the years. So
Yeah.
I think he's
All
been
right.
sober too. So that's good.
Good. Well, Josh, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah,
I've
we got
got
to
somewhere
wrap
to
this
go,
up.
but I want to thank
I
you.
gotta go get to a gig actually because I'm going to see the Queers at the Vixen.
Yeah.
And
Have fun.
I thought you were gonna fly in for that. I'm really
I
hurt
wanted
by
to,
that,
but it's
but
just been too busy for me. But hey,
well, maybe I'll
send
see you in Atlanta when we were recording with Joe next week
hopefully,
in the
yeah,
early November.
make sure you get some video and photos from tonight. I want to see everything, so send
And
it
I want to
over.
give a little extra special shout out to Batman Chris Badami for mastering my work.
Yeah.
He does the early November and this other awesome band and Hidden in Plainview. A special shout out to Chris Amato from Hidden in Plainview and Brian Bennis who discovered them.
Yeah.
That's my wife's ex husband, Brian Bennis. He's our bestest friend in the whole world, and he's going to
Cool.
be here at 6:30. So hopefully we're going to make it to this gig all together, and I'm allowed to go to the gig because tonight's Halloween. I might have to stick with this and one out. But
All right.
anyways, I'll probably be making it to the gig, and I miss you so much, Mr. Ryan Arcressy.
Miss you too, Josh. Have a lot
All
of fun
right,
tonight. Be safe. All right, buddy.
I will make wise decisions. I will try not to overdo it on the alcohol consumption. I'm only on the
Good.
Bud Light diet anyway.
Good.
A
Good.
little vino here and there, and I smoke the cannabis, but I won't be driving doing that.
All right, Josh. We'll see you later. Thanks, man.
Thanks so much for everything again, and you better get your ass to Atlanta, or else I'm going to hunt you down. I
Okay.
told you I got your flight, and anyway, I got all the points. I got a hotel for you,
All
and
right.
we like to stay at the Hilton now because I got points for them. So,
Ooh,
or
fancy.
Joe Queer's house because we're going to be recording with 10 to 20 guitars at his house.
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
What's the name of your bass guitar? Does your bass have a name?
Not really. No. No.
You got to name your guitar, bro. I
Yeah.
got Rex.
All
Rex
right.
actually turned into Rebecca, but it's actually Rex, Jeff Warren's old SG from Knockout. And then I got Black Betty, which I got. I'm missing the EAD string. I got it from a Ukrainian couple. That was really nice of them. And I got a 67, 68 Harmony. It's got a stainless steel neck or something like that.
All
That's all I
right.
really got for you. But anyways, you
All
take
right.
care of yourself and each other,
You
and
too,
then do some
Josh.
good stuff tonight and rock out and send me those demos, or else I will literally. I know what you look like. I know I can find you in Vegas. I can,
Okay.
you know.
All right, Josh. We'll see you. Have fun tonight and be well, buddy. Okay.
All right, and then
All
maybe
right.
we can touch base later. We could talk, and I'll get
Yeah.
Joe on the line with us, and we'll just like do maybe a little video chat, and I'll fucking play in the parking lot and shit. I'm gonna
Okay.
jump off the stage if they let me,
Yeah.
and for 800 to 1,200 people, I'm gonna jump into the crowd with my phone in my hand,
All
of
right.
course, and then I will be filming every angle of the show and this monstrosity of a great band, the Queers.
Yes.
It's about them tonight, and I don't even know who they're playing with, to be honest with you, but you got to go to the gig, and then you'll find out.
All right. Josh Rock, everybody. Say goodbye, Josh. Great talking to you, man.
All right, thanks, Mr. Arcressy.
See ya.